wondered what would it be like to live in a solar-powered world? Just imagine solar-powered cars, solar-powered homes. I'm sure it'd be much cleaner, right? But have you ever thought about solar-powered people? Now hear me out. I'm not a mad scientist. I'm not trying to implant solar panels on human beings. It's nothing like that. The concept of solar-powered people actually didn't come out of a sci-fi movie. In fact, solar-powered people already exist. There are millions of solar-powered people walking this earth right now. If you've never heard of a solar-powered person, well, it's your lucky day because you're looking at one right now. That's right, I am a solar-powered person. I'm sure you have a lot of questions like, do I have superpowers? And the answer is, well, it depends on how you look at it. Or, can I eat real human food, or do I have to stare at the sun all day to get my nutrition? And the answer is, I do eat human food, and no, I don't stare at the sun all day. In fact, nobody should stare at the sun all day. Please don't stare at the sun all day. It's not recommended to anybody. Or you may be wondering, can I fly? And the answer is, not without an airplane, no. The big thing about being a solar-powered person, and the only thing that makes me different, is that I function a little bit differently in the abundance of sunlight as opposed to in the lack of it. When our eyes absorb sunlight, they can sometimes change our brain chemicals, and that happens to really everyone. But the difference with solar-powered people is that we may need a little bit more sunlight in order to keep our brain chemicals balanced. That's really the only thing that's different about being a solar-powered person. Now, for you to understand how a solar-powered person works in the sun as opposed to in the lack of sunlight, just think of a toy car, a remote-controlled toy car. When the battery is fully charged, the toy car can just go all over the place, right? Just all over the place, and you feel so energized and so motivated. And that's what a solar-powered person feels like when they get enough sunlight. They feel so energized and motivated and excited, and they're focused, and they can get a ton of stuff done. Now, think of that toy car when the battery is getting a little bit lower. You're trying to make the car go, and the car is just trying to go, and it's and everything just slows down, and you just feel tired, and the alarm goes off in the morning, and you just hit the snooze button, and your whole body feels so tired, and you can't focus on anything, and you just can't get things done. You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to do anything. And that's a little bit what it feels like to be a solar-powered person when you don't get enough sunlight. Being a solar-powered person is not that bad. That is, if you live in Southern California or Arizona. For me, who have lived most of my life here in New England, I've struggled a little bit here and there, but that's okay. I would say the hardest thing about being a solar-powered person by far is the fact that there are a lot of people who deny that this even happens. They deny that being a solar-powered person is even a thing. And I promise you, it's a real thing. Some people just don't understand it, or they've never met somebody who is a solar-powered person, and they just think it's not real. But trust me, It's real. You can even Google it yourself. And if you're gonna search for it, by the way, you might want to use the real name, because I call it solar powered. But my doctor actually has a different name for it. He calls it major depressive disorder with a seasonal pattern. Or you may have heard of it as seasonal affective disorder. But I like to call it solar powered. Especially when you say it like that, you move your hands and you use like a little bit of a high pitch. It makes it almost sound fun, like solar powered. If you think about it, major depressive disorder with a seasonal pattern, or solar powered. It almost makes it sound like it's super fun. What I want to ask of you tonight is to keep in mind that you never know what someone is going through, right? And it costs nothing to be a little bit less judgmental and a little bit more kind. The truth is, there are millions of people who are solar powered, and the fact that some people don't even acknowledge that they may be struggling makes it even harder. So just remember to be a little bit more kind and don't judge people so much, because we never know what is going on in their mind. Always remember that your words of kindness may be the ray of sunshine that someone who's struggling may need. Thank you.